Yeah, he's pretty good. This guy, he's pretty good.
All right, Mustangs fans, we're back. Tuesday, June 17th. Starting off at the golf course. Right before we hit the road for Sedalia. I'm driving myself, so I had a few hours to kill before the team left for Sedalia, and I just wanted to show off this beautiful golf course. I did end up not playing very well. This is a new course for me, so that's always a little tricky. You can kind of see Blue Springs from here, from the number 3 tee box, and this is honestly probably one of the cooler courses in Kansas City that I've played, and didn't do good. So I made it to Sedalia. Here we are again. Back-to-back weeks starting the vlog in Sedalia. Getting their stretching, their dressing, they're laying down. As you can see, Johnny Coy, our manager, just, laying down here. Here's our starting pitcher, Landon Reith, getting some of his T-spine mobility in. He ended up going 5 innings with 1 earned run. And then here's the team just chilling, hanging out right before we win this game. Pretty easily, I might add. And then we're moving into Thursday. This week's vlog's going to be a little quicker because we had a rain out and some other issues. There were some things. So I'm at Crunch Fitness in Kansas City with my best friend, Giovanni. He loves when the camera's on him. So he's kind of like my personal trainer. I let him come up with the workouts for the day, and I just kind of do what he says. So we were starting off with back squat. This is just the second set. We're doing squat for 4x5, and then we move into split squats. And this was just rep to failure for 2 sets. So just in case you don't know what that means, you just go until you physically cannot do any more reps. We move into this RDL machine for about 185 pounds. I will say this machine actually made my traps more sore, surprisingly, than my legs. And then we move into this hack squat machine. We do variations, 5 up top, 5 in the middle, and then 5 with your feet close at the bottom. And after a workout, I head over to my girlfriend's, and we are hanging out before we head out to Hot Country Nights, and you can see me editing my video. So Hot Country Nights was Billy Currington. My girlfriend really likes Billy Currington, so she bought us tickets a few months ago. And the team was playing the Nemo Craze, so I figured it was a good opportunity for me to escape. And while I'm there, I see none other than Patrick Mahomes, the only good football player to ever touch Mo West campus. Yeah, you heard that right, Griffin fans. That one was for you. So Friday, June 20th, heading up to do the podcast for the day, filling time at Phil Weld. I'm up here. This is the view from the press box. I showed it in one of my other videos. But then I moved down to the bullpen. We've got Sam Pitts, Landon Reith, Jace Johnson, Diego in the back, just hanging out. And we're up 13-7. Jace Johnson's on the mound to close this one out. And he actually gets a strike 3 right here to end the game. And this is what our viewpoint looks like for the end of the game, and then us running onto the field for our high fives. So you can see the outfielders all merged together there. And then us pitchers, we like to take our time to get there. They'll wait for us, especially Darius Freeman here in the front. You'll see him when we get up there. We're not in any big hurry. We're pretty tight. We're pretty sore. We're not very fast either, so running just really probably wouldn't get us there that much quicker. And as soon as I say that, the 3 Yahoos in front of me start running. I'm also carrying a lot of equipment right now in my hands, so I really wasn't feeling like running. But look at Darius. He's just like, dude, what are you doing? And then move through the handshake line. High five Maddie here. And then Coach Johnny Coy. Not a big fan of the vlog. Knocks the phone out of my hand. But, of course, we have to go see our player of the game, Trevor McCollum. Let's hear what he has to say.
We knew we had the offense, and we just had to get it going. So, I'd say that.
And we're now heading home closer and closer to the end of the home games here in June. What do you think has been working best for this team so far on this routine?
We've been playing together. I mean, our pitching staff's been unreal. Tonight had a little down night, but our offense came team effort.
Awesome. Thank you, bud.
And to wrap up our night, we've got Jaden Little here snacking on our cookie before anyone else can get to their dinner. And then Logan Miller decides to come over and say hello. Logan, what do you got for the people? Oh. Now we're following Jay Lit. Looks like we got a little bit of mashed potatoes, baked beans, a little Chick-fil-A sandwich. Never hurt nobody. But now we're moving into Sunday, June 22nd. And this is our first trip up to Carroll, Iowa. Carroll's actually probably my favorite visiting ballpark. It's probably the most well-kept field in the MINK League. Shout out Stan. Sorry, Stan, for bad mouth and the Welch. But a lot of guys like to go barefoot in the outfield. You can see it's pretty breezy. We do end up winning that game pretty easily. And here's us playing Mafia on the ride home. After we get back, I decided to cut my shoulder a little bit because I'm still a little sore from my last outing. And we're going to skip a few days here because not a lot's going on. So we have Tuesday, June 24th. This day is us going to Chillicothe. Our first Chillicothe game got rained out. So here's Sam Pitts looking for his snack. But like I was going to say, we had a doubleheader scheduled for this day because the first one got rained out. And as soon as we started the first game of the doubleheader, it started to rain. There's Diego running the bases during the rain delay. And as you guys can see, it's pretty wet. We all kind of assumed that these two games were going to get canceled, but with the Chillicothe players working their butt off, they made sure we got these games in. We did end up winning game 1 in 7, 5-1. Here are some of the pitchers that are getting ready for game 2 because I know that they're throwing. And in between the games, I know I'm not throwing, so me and Dominique, we go and get some food. We call him Miguel. And there's Reith. What's up, Reith? We end up losing game 2, get back around 1 a.m., and I'm pretty hungry, so it's 1:10, and I'm in the McDonald's drive-thru. And we're going to jump a couple more days. Thursday, June 26th. So the boys actually had a little charity event where we went to a couple McDonald's in town. You can see Bronco Witt helping serve my order that I ordered. And then he just sits down because he's kind of a lazy guy. But you can see us. We're back here. Darius Freeman's working the drive-thru. Got Jay Litt, Parker Griffith, and Michael and Franca, along with Reith and I, all back there. We got a little stare-off right here. And then they want to say hi to the camera. God, they love you guys. Here's us. We're taking our lunch break. All of us back together. We got George there, too. Forgot to shout out George, our first baseman. Bronco's a little camera shy. He's not really loving the attention. But we did have a game against Clarinda that night, and it did get rained out. It actually rained pretty hard as I was warming up in the bullpen. So that will be the end of player vlog number 3. Stay tuned for player vlog number 4. I'm already editing it and shooting it. And we're going to have some pretty good golf details as well as weightlifting and all the good stuff. So shout out Mustangs Nation. This one's for you. Peace.